Now what I'm really here to show you, apart from me being a smart arse, is adventures in making breast milk. Oh my God, you'll laugh. I swear to God, you'll laugh. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Shelby here with Louis. Now, it's not just thrown together this, you know? No, oh no, there's a bit of thought gone in here. I knew I was getting the whale, so little Louis had himself a whale sleep suit, which his foot has decided to move out of position. Don't know how that happened, but there you go. Anyway, he's looking adorable in his little whale sleep suit with the whale lovey. Oh yes, like I say, it's not just thrown together in this joint, in this gaff. Yesterday I had some scratch mitts and bits and pieces in, and that's what these are. And I was actually delighted to find that they're like silk, or satin. They're really, really nice. Now what I'm really here to show you, apart from me being a smart arse, is adventures in making breast milk. Oh my God, you'll laugh. I swear to God, you'll laugh. So, I'm very much a speed archaeology kind of girl. I've got no patience for anything. And Kelly really did say you only need a toothpick amount of, she was adding that toothpick amounts of food colouring into the fabric softener and stirring it around to get the desired colour. I'm thinking, yeah, right, you know, get me food colouring, whack it in. Oh my God, it went orange. We're talking luminous bloody orange. And I'm thinking, nah, that'd only work at Sellafield or Windscale or, you know, some sort of nuclear plant. There's no way breast milk should be that orange. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was a first fail. And there was literally nothing I could do with it because I hadn't got enough fabric softener to water it down to make it better. So I went and got another bottle of fabric softener and started again. The fabric softener I used, if anybody's interested, I used the new fairy one. The fairy, what is it? Silk Tree Blossom and Jasmine. Silk Tree Blossom, fuck. And Jasmine. It smells really rather delicious. So I used that. And I just flopped it into, literally did just flop it, into a jug. That's this jug. I've got a little bit left. But this is just to illustrate what I did. So I flopped it into this jug here. And gradually added the food colouring on the end of this. Now, I used this end, right? Still getting it wrong. I used this and I dipped it, you know, I dipped it in and stirred it round and then realised that it was still on. Can you see? It's still a little bit orangey. It stained it. So, no, better use the other end to stir. Do you know what I mean? So I'm stirring around with the pointy end instead. And as I'm stirring, I flicked it up and it went all over me. All over my hands. I've got a lovely orange tinge to my skin at the moment. I've got 2 yellow blobs on my cheek. I shit you not. This has been a thing. I swear to God. There's no hope for me. But I did manage to get some. Now, obviously, this is in aid of making what looks like breast milk as a prop. Because that's what we do. We throw ourselves into propness now and again. Some people are more extreme than others with the props that they use, and they will buy whole kits, whole items, you know, like, for example, like a pump, that sort of thing. And I'm totally here for that. I'm totally here for it. However you want to do this is fabulous as far as I'm concerned. I won't be getting an actual electrical breast pump. I won't be getting one of them. But I am interested in getting, and I can't think what it's called. It's got a little bloody flower in it. I've asked Kelly twice this morning what it's called. And she has told me. So I do have it in a message, so I know what I'm looking for. But I will get one of those. Anyway, this is what I came up with, ultimately. Now, this was my first attempt, and it's been watered down considerably. This is more of a colostrum kind of deal, you know. It's slightly more thick yellow. But I'm going with the assumption that everybody's different and all colours are going to be acceptable. And I've popped it into the heavier bottle, or heavier bottle. I have no idea how you say that. Heavier? Whatever. So that's in that one. That was my first attempt, and very first off, the very bottom layer of it, down way down here, it was orange. That was the orange one. So I've just topped up until it's gone like that. I'm actually quite pleased with that, but that's a hell of a lot of pumping, is that? Let's face it, that would be a lot of breast milk pumping. So I've got that anyway. But for a little bit more realism, I've used my Emulate Booby one, which actually has fast become one of my favourite bottles. I really must admit, I really like it. I do, I really like it. It's the shape of a shoe, but I really like it. And this is more accurate colour, you know, and it's, I don't know what millilitres that is. What have I got in there? Just under 3, so that's the kind of right amount for a feed for a newbornish. So that'll be nice as a prop, so I'm very pleased with that one. And the other Emulate bottle is this one, and I've got this at 4, I think. Yeah, around about 4 millilitres in there. And again, that one's a little bit lighter, so I'm happier with that. I'm happiest with this one for my breast milk. Yes, yes I am. And on Emulate, this one that I got in the other week, I only noticed on playback of the video, I'm just looking for the box, that this here, can you see how wrinkly and bumpy it is? It had got soaked in transit, absolutely soaked. And it did go through, actually, to the bottle itself. So I thought, you know what, this was 32 quid. Putting the box in a plastic bag isn't probably the way forward. So I messaged them and said, look, this happened. And it did actually go onto the bottle. And they said, like, terribly sorry, but we only do replacements or what have you if you're in the US. And I thought, oh, well, that's that then, which is what I wrote. Oh, well, that's that then. Thanks very much. 2 days later, somebody from the UK team said, terribly sorry to hear about the bottle failure. We've sent you another one, and that's due to come today. So that was really good of them. And yes, it's another one of these that they're sending me because it stained the breast part. If I can get this off, yeah. It kind of stained it here, on here. It's a little, you won't be able to see it in the light, I don't think. It's got like a darker line on it. So, yeah. I'm actually quite pleased that they sent me another one. So I can have that one all pristine and clean. Because the problem I had with putting anything in these bottles was I like clear glass. I like crisp, clear glass. I don't like it all marked like this. It kind of gets on my nerves a bit. And I always just clean them out because I want crystal clear glass or put them through the dishwasher. That's why I've mainly used formula milk, the instant ones, which I still like the bottles. I love the Kendall milk and I love the SMA. those are the only two that I have left of those, just for props. And I don't like the, you know, the glass being marked up. But Kelly gave me the point that, yeah, it's all right, but it goes off. And she couldn't stand the thought of it going off and having anything off in her cupboards. And I'm thinking, do you know what? You're right. You're right. So I'm going to jump in and make some breast milk and use the fabric softener, because this isn't going to go off. It's going to last ages and look really cool as a prop. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. We're jumping in with both feet, making a tit of myself to myself in the way that I went forward making this breast milk. Oh, I make myself laugh, I do. But again, this is my favourite bottle. So that bottle will be the one that I use as a prop. I don't know whether you've seen that through the camera. Yes, sure. So yeah, that one is the one I'll be using. It's the photo props. These will be background props. And I have done a bit of a rearrangement with my little extended table here. And I think it's just going to keep on evolving. These are the other scratch mitts that came. So I'm really pleased with them, and I thought they'd be nice on there as well. So this is going to keep on evolving as I go forward, and I add bits and I take bits away and all that sort of stuff. My Noodle and Boo leave-in hair polish came, the two, and I do need the two. One for babies, one for me. That's how I see it. He has on him just water at the moment, but I swiftly put this on so that you could see what I'd done. Being clever with the whale and a whale. I know. So here endeth the adventures with me and breast milk. Honest, it's been such a comedy of errors this morning. If you'd have been a fly on the wall, you'd have laughed. You really would have laughed, because I was swearing all the way. You know, I was really annoyed with myself, especially when I stuck the heavily coloured stick back into the fabric softener, and it was just getting darker and darker. Honestly, what you need in the background for me permanently is the theme tune to Benny Hill. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. But before we go, we need a temperature check, don't we? So let's temperature check. And we are, I believe, 20 degrees. So not too bad at all. I'll catch you in another video very soon. Bye guys, bye.